Okay, let's continue. So, discuss today. We'll start with we stopped at as far as I remember shape twinning. Okay. The next part that we have to discuss is motion guide. Let's discuss motion guide today. Now, how does motion guide work? Motion guide is quite important. You want your object to follow a particular path that is known as a motion guide. For example, just listen carefully. I'll do it twice for you, in fact. So you have this object, and let's say I want it to move from 1 till 60. So I'll right click, insert keyframe, create classic, and create classic twin. So obviously I don't want it to just move from here till here or here till here. No, I don't want that. I want it to move path. So what I'll do is I'll right click on this layer, and there's something known as add classic motion guide, as you can see over here. Okay, I click on that. You can see this a path has been added, which will guide this layer. So this motion guide layer will guide this. Now what I can do is I can use a pencil, and using a pencil I can just define a path. For example, some way this way. Here you go. Make sure that the path that you define should not overlap. First of all, should not overlap. Second, it should not have any broken lines in between. So that's the beginning and that's the end. So I'll do is I'll just carry the end point and take it over here. So you see it's automatically coming on the line. So you can see what's happening is it follows that particular path. And if I press Control Enter, obviously we will not see the path, and obviously we should not see the path. Now, this could be anything. For example, if I open up a new one, and let's say File, Import to Library, let me import. Yeah. So Control L. I can take this here. Look like, or anyway. And what we can do is, I'll bring this here, insert keyframe. Because examiner can give you anything, a rocket or something, will work on activity. Create classic twin, and the rocket should follow a particular path. This is one of my activity, which we will do, which has this thing. So I'll right click on this layer, and I'll say create motion guide. And using the pencil, we'll simply do it.
Where's the pencil tool?
Pencil tool. No word.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
So I'll just bring it here. Okay. Or we could do it swirl sort of thing anyway. Maybe anyway, whatever. But probably we could have something like this, okay? Or you could, if you want, you could bring this at the end. Okay, so in the beginning, it's here. At the end, it's here. And in the beginning, obviously just discussing some, we have this, okay? And let me just add more to it. Let's say if you come here, please listen to this carefully. You will see is that if I click on this and I click on this, the color effect comes in. I want the color effect for the opacity. So I repeat again, once you're on this frame, the color effect will only appear on the motion line, the blue one I'm talking about. So click on the frame, then click on the object that you have, and then you'll get the color effect. In color effect, you come to alpha. You can reduce the alpha to maximum to minimum. That's the alpha. So gradually what happens is disappears.
What tool did you use to resize the image?
I did was I used this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Free transfer.
Just for the sake of discussion, let's do something. Well, let's just take the eye to convert it into transparent and then use it. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, I know you can do it, but let me discuss. Did you do this? Did I give you this activity? Did I send you?
No.
No? Okay, I'll send you. I'll send you this activity as well, okay? Yeah, already okay, I'll send you the files as well. You can do it. Okay, that's fine. Don't have the I.
I think it's in a different folder.
Yeah, no problem. Using the multiplier tool. Copy, new, transparent, and paste. I get the I. File. Are you following me, right, Dinesh? I'm recording
Yeah.
here with you.
Yeah.
So save as, and in the same graphics, I'll save it as GIF, and GIF. Okay. I. So I'll just save it. Okay. Saved it. Now we can come into animate, file new, and we'll make it black. We'll go to file, import, stage, let's say, and we saved it, graphics, I. This was our transparent one. Now we can just come to, let's say, 65, insert keyframe, create classic twin, okay, add, okay, I'm going to make something very horror anyway. And what I could do is use the pen to cell tool, and what we could do is okay, anyway, so we'll define the beginning point as this, we'll define the ending point as this, and what we'll try to do is eventually we will click on this and we'll make the alpha 0. So let's see what's happening. No, it did not, control
I think you
plus
didn't put it onto the path.
on the path, exactly. Yes. Quite an idiotic thing, but it was just a success. It doesn't make sense. Yes, fine. Right. Anyway, so this is how we could do this. There was another thing coming in my mind. There was this two papers in which they created this random effect. Let's work on that. So I'll just import some images first to the library. Just 1 second. Stop. Yeah, no, not this. Okay, I can import one of this, and not open for God's sake. Import to library. Another one, just another one. Right, so I have two. There's this activity, even the specimen that fade in and fade out. So let's say I make this as transparent. So what they want is you want an image to appear and then disappear, then another image to appear and disappear. This is what the question was. So if I open up my library, I'll have the first image. So let's say I'll have this one. Oops, too big, control minus. use the scale tool, and by maintaining aspect ratio, you can, or the size of this is the size of the stage is 550 by 400. So I'll click on this and I'll make this 550 by 400. I'll place it here. And what we'll do is we'll come to 60, insert keyframe, create classic, create classic. Now they will simply say that it should fade in and fade out. So randomly I'll just come at 25% of it and I'll say insert keyframe, and 75% of it, insert keyframe. So in the beginning, I would like this to, I will click here in the first and I'll click on the image, alpha, and I'll make it 0. Gradually it appears for a while, and gradually after this key point, after this keyframe, I would like it to disappear. So at the end again, I'll come here and I will just say alpha again. So we have such a kind of effect where it appears and disappears, fade in and fade out effect, what you may say. I'll add another layer, and now what they're saying is the other image should appear as soon as this one disappears. So I'll come at 6 over here. So when you add a new layer, remember, when you add a new layer, I want the other image to start from here. So I need to say insert keyframe here. The reason is because although now I have nothing over here, but I have inserted a blank keyframe here, or inserted keyframe, which means by pressing Control L, I can do is I cannot place this over here. Doesn't matter. This was supposed to be 550 by 400. So again, what I'm trying to say is now I've placed the image over here. Otherwise, if I would have not inserted keyframe over here, what would have happened was this image would have appeared in the beginning. They would have been overlapping. I don't want them to overlap. Once the first one disappears, I want the second image to appear and disappear again. So I'll come here and I'll do the same thing. Let's say I'll come at 123. I'll say,
sir, can't you put it in the same layer? Why do you have to put it
in yeah. I can, but let's not be miser about layers. Let's use as many layers as we want to.
Okay.
Okay, so we can do it on a single layer, but that will complicate the things. So let's okay. So right click in create classic one and create classic one. So I have a separate layer for the second thing. So let's come here. I'll say insert keyframe. I'll come here and I'll say insert keyframe. So initially, I want this to alpha. At the end, I want this to right. So let's say Control Enter. You get my point. A very typical question that came in twice. Okay, so using the alpha is important. How the alpha works. Okay. Okay, let's discuss another part, okay, which is masking. Please listen carefully. A very simple concept of masking. I'll discuss another kind of masking with you in the next class on Tuesday, but let's discuss this one first. So masking, let's say for that, what I need to do is, let me just get the fire. Okay, I just need fire. So, this seems to be fine. I'll just save it as, I hope it's not JFIF. No, it's not. So desktop, yeah, I'll just save it on desktop. Save it. I'll bring it here. And no, listen carefully, what will I do? I'll just import this to the stage, fine. So on the desktop, didn't I have her? So I saved it on the desktop. Okay. Oh wow, how perfectly fit. That's what I wanted. Now you know what I'll do is, I will simply come to 65, insert keyframe. I'm just going to move it, nothing else, not a big deal. Not a big deal. You know, it's system analysis and design is very important for all these modules. First, we have to think, what will I do? Okay, first I'll insert this, then I'll add another layer. On the top of I'll do this. So if we do a planning initially for 1-2 minutes before we start our work, it will be a lot easier for us to handle it. So planning obviously is important. So here we go. All I'm doing is I'm just moving this. No. It's supposed to go up. Right? It's supposed to. Fire goes up. Fire doesn't go down. Okay, there you go. Okay, not bad. You know what I will do now? I will simply, I can lock this layer. If I don't want to temper this layer, I can lock this layer. I'll add another layer as a mask. So I will just make it black. Black. And the outline, let's make it black as well. So I'll just cover it up. I'll cover it up with a black mask. Okay. Now, so initially I have this.
I didn't see how you added the layer.
Yeah, all I did was Control Z. I used this black finger tool.
Okay, I understand. Yeah,
black, and I just covered it with black, right? Now all I have to do is while I'm here, so I have this layer, the black rectangle on top of it. Remember that. Now I will simply have this T tool. I can simply change the color of it as well, and we can write over here is some text like fire effect. Would prefer this to be a bit bold, more bold. That's fine. I'll just increase the size a bit more. I'll bring it here. And you know what we have to do now is, this is pixels, but this is not pixels. Remember what we did was Control B. If I press Control B twice, I can break it into words, and then I can break it into pixels. Remember this? Yeah. So any word, Control B for break, you can do it twice. So all I do is now is let's say Control plus, and I can just click on this and delete, so I can see through it. So basically what happened was my background was in a shape, again pixels form, and the text I converted into pixels, so they were both merged together. So I was able to cut them out. You get the point what I'm doing. So if I press Control Enter, I get something like this. You get my point. Very basic thing, not something complicated. A very basic masking effect. Okay. You could have water at the back. You could have any image at the back. You could even do is, let's say you have this circle. Okay. You could place the circle over here. Someone says you have to have a circle. You can delete this. Now, if you press Control Enter, you have the circle at the back. Right? It could be anything, any shape, anything. You get the point?
Yeah.
That's your masking. What else? One second. We've done this. Okay, file new. Now, there's something else, keyframe by keyframe animation. I can't do that because my keyboard is not working over here right now. I will try. Actually, I have to press his F and F6. Let me try. Just give me 1 second. So if I type over here is key and F6. Okay. Insert. Just 1 second. Okay, I'll do it. Actually, you can use short key. Just remember that. I could press F6 to insert a keyframe. Okay, I'm not doing that. I'll just say over is insert keyframe. Right? Then I'll come here. I'll write E. Okay. I'm sorry. In the next one, I'll come here and I'll type E. And now I'll say over here is insert keyframe. And I'll say insert keyframe. And I'll say insert keyframe. I'll come here and I'll say Okay, let me say, I can even say insert blank keyframe. Blank, not blank, sorry. I'll leave it this way. Let me not confuse you. Insert keyframe, key, and then insert keyframe, and insert keyframe. This, what I'm doing, is known as frame by frame animation. I repeat again, this right click that I'm doing every time, insert keyframe. Okay, insert keyframe that I'm doing. The short key for this is F6. If you're using a laptop, probably F and F6 will work. F and F6 on desktop PC, you'll only F6 is enough, right? A short key. Otherwise, you can do this. What will happen? See what's happening. So one by one they appear. This is known as keyframe by keyframe animation. You get the point. So if the example says you have to make the following word appear by keyframe animation, this is the procedure that we have to adopt. No matter we have to do it like 10 times, yes, this is what the examiner wants. Okay, we will not do it by the other way around. Keyframe by keyframe animation is also in the syllabus. Okay. What else is there? Okay, did you do the previous activities I gave you, Adesh? There were some activities.
Send me one about Photoshop. I did
that. And I did not send you any of Animate.
I don't believe you did.
Okay, right.
No.
Not yet.
Speaking of which, could you send me the
send you
videos for Animate? Videos for Animate.
Oh, I did not. I will surely do it like next half hour. I'll upload the previous and this one. Okay. And after we've done that, after you've watched those, I will send you one past paper to do. I'm pretty sure you can do it on your own. Can you try that past paper?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
You will do it. You will do it. And the good thing is, frankly speaking, we'll be able to finish the content of the syllabus by Tuesday. But then in the upcoming classes, I need to solve all the past papers of Animate with you. Because animation comes in every paper. Like Photoshop just came in like in 1-2 papers, but it's compulsion for Animate to come of 20-25 marks. So we have to do all of them. I'll give you some, and some I will do with you, but you have to complete all of them. You get the point, right? So fine, okay, right? Sure. So Tuesday time 9 o'clock we'll meet. Just give me half an hour. I'm just sending you the lectures right away. Okay, dear?
That's perfect. Perfect.
Right? Perfect.
Have a nice day.
Okay, dear. See you then. Bye. Bye.
Bye.